What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another Dragon Traveler video. All right, guys, before we even start with this, I want to give you guys another code that was given by the dev. So make sure you use this if you haven't done so already. This is my gift to you. So thank you very much. Also, remember, if you want to play the game, go download the link in the description. It is a sponsored link by BlueStacks, and you guys can get yourself into the game. Put in this code, and you guys get yourself some free stuff. The code itself is very easy. It's BSVIPDT. Use that code right now and get you one free summon and a couple extra things along the way. You guys can see I already redeemed it. So easy way to get yourself some free loot. Now I want to talk about a couple different things, folks. I've been playing this game, loving it so far, having a blast, completely free to play still. And you can see here, I'm not charged anything. I want to make sure people understand this is a complete free to play account. And honestly, have to say I'm very impressed so far with what I've seen. So let's cover a couple different things you definitely want to do in the shop. And then next one, I'm going to cover up with the units you want to use as a free to play player. There's a lot of good 4-star units and ones that you definitely don't want to skip out on. So let's go ahead and do this right now and cover some of the shop. You guys can see I'm at 813 right now. I have enough power here to do fairly well. So what we want to do here is we want to put this guy in here, make sure that he gets taken care of. Let me kill this guy first. Let me finish this guy off. Let's go here, finish this off. Let's just complete this battle first, and you guys can see what's going on, and then go from there. So let's go here, here to here. That should be perfect. Okay, let's go and start. So if you guys haven't seen this game or been playing this game, you guys are missing out. I think this is one of the better, honestly, action RPG games I've played in a while. So been having a blast doing it. And honestly, so far, outside of PvP, of course, as usual, the game has been fairly free-to-play friendly, and I've been enjoying it. And there's been a lot of 4-star or SR characters that I've been really enjoying as well. And I want to create a guide for you guys to just talk about which ones you should use and who you should focus on and which one's going to be best bang for your buck. Now, the main thing to remember, no matter who you use as a character, you can always reset, right? Keep in mind, resetting is very, very important. But I digress. Let's go into the shop and talk a little bit about everything you should be buying on a daily basis if you can, of course, afford it. Okay, so first off, every single day, there's a summoning ticket available for 210 diamonds. Guys, no brainer. Grab this one. Okay, very, very important to grab this one. And this is also recommended here. I'm not at that stage yet, 840, but I will get there soon. So I'm not sure what this does quite yet, but once we get there, I'll let you guys know. For now, I've been getting this every single time. Honestly, not a bad option to also get yourself the 5 here as well for 300, because if you get up to 60, that's a free SSR summon or SSR plus luminary. So I would highly recommend grabbing these two things every single day. Make sure you get them. The rest is up to you. The Wire Essence is pretty good, but I think this is a little bit more whaley, so I'd leave that one alone, and everything else here is not worthwhile just yet until you probably go up a little bit further in there. Now, the arena store, this one is up to you. You guys can see here an Amber Crescent containing ancient luminary memories unlocks advanced classes. This is a big one. It's up to you what you want to do. I personally am going to go for the character first, so I'm going to get Queen of Egypt's memories first, get her at least unlocked, and then from there move on to probably focusing on this. But don't forget, guys, there's also a mythic summoning ticket available here once you go through 940. For a lot of us, we're not quite there yet as free-to-play players, but eventually when you get to that point, you definitely want to save up enough for this. The rest of the stuff can be farmed fairly easily, so not really recommended unless you're really, really high up on the PvP list. I would avoid those, at least for now, just to make sure you guys have enough for the more important things, right? All right, Divine Realm Store. This is pretty straightforward, right? These are going to be artifacts, I believe, that you can add on there. Let me just double check. Yeah, this is the artifact here. So you guys can obviously start saving. This is right here to do treasure hunts. I would buy these for the beginning for a first little while, because what that allows you to do, of course, is get yourself into the summon section. So let's go into summons and summon yourself a instant loot, which is a treasure hunt. And yes, I will not skip this so you guys can see this amazing animation. And the crazy thing about this is you can only purchase these attempts a certain amount of times per day. So the more of these you have, the more power you will get, right? You guys can see right there, animation, bam, and we got ourselves a couple different things. So we got a flying magic carpet, we got ourselves some aurora dust, and then we got ourselves Daedalus's hammer. So make sure, guys, if you can, get yourself this as much as possible, because it's absolutely worth it. And what that allows you to do is go into your artifact and then, of course, level up your artifact even further and make sure that you have enough to unlock these. So the more artifacts you unlock, the more you can equip on your dragon, on your other form. Like, for example, I'm about to equip this one right here. You guys can see right there, all luminaries attacks goes up, right? And now I can take this. I think it's already, yeah, let's unlock it here. Where is it? There we go. Activate it. Bam. And now we have this at the start of the battle. There's a 50% chance for a backward luminary to gain one of the attack up following attack boost, crit up, and attack speed. These are very, very important, guys, for all players. So make sure you equip that afterwards. So go into here, let's promote this and get this up. So these are going to be things you absolutely want to buy right away. Okay, so make sure you do this. And now if I go to protagonist and we go into the luminary section, where is that? Hold up, there, Dragon Nest right here. So you want to equip this now on here. Okay, you can see it takes a little bit more. So put this down and move this across. Okay, you guys can see you have to do a little bit of manual work yourself, but that's a big boost to your power. So make sure, guys, buy that as much as you possibly can. All right, now into the guild store. This one here, I'm just buying the dragon just to boost him up right now, right? You can unlock extra dragons if you want by having enough of these guild points, and this way you can unlock additional dragons with different skills. Highly recommend doing that, but right now for myself personally, I'm just gonna be going for the dragon. Now, ideally, you wanna go for the 1920 here, which gives you guys 10 points of dragon blood. You guys can apply that to anything to level up, but make sure you guys also try to get some of the cheaper stuff if you need it. You guys can see though, getting the 10 is much cheaper than getting the 1. So this is something I messed up on. Don't make the same mistake I made and avoid getting this first. Focus on this 4 times a week and then move on to the other one. I completely missed this. I'm not even sure how I missed it, but I did. I was probably in a rush. All right, so moving over here now to the rest of this stuff here. You guys can see there's some, this is all by the way, for artifacts. You guys see Aurora crystals here. This is advancement material, I believe. So you guys can get a lot of this stuff as well too. 80% off is not bad, but it does require quite a bit. Personally, in the treasure store section, I haven't had a chance to really play much around with this. I'm going to have to do this later on once I understand what the benefit is of each of these and when I need them. And I'm assuming you're eventually going to need these probably as soon as you finish up with using Aurora dust. So keep that in mind. If you do run out, 200 is not bad for 50, but I believe there's better ways to get this. And we'll go through that more in a more vivid video once we talk about artifacts in general. All right, Luminary Store. This here is super, super important. Now, just so you guys are aware, the 5-star SSR slime is a replacement for a 5-star SSR character, which you can essentially advance, right? So if you're looking to advance and you're desperate, this is not a bad option to go with. I believe this also replaces a 5-star non-SSR X Luminary. So just so you guys can have someone in place instead. Summoning tickets, I wouldn't recommend this personally. I think this is going to be easier to farm right now. And then of course, you can see here the mythic stuff again opens up, and I would probably start saving more for this because mythic summons are probably going to give you the more rare characters. Now, one thing to note about mythic summons, the more of these you get, keep in mind the characters are going to be hard to advance, right? Because you're going to need dupes of these characters, and mythic summons are going to be very, very tough for free-to-play players. So don't rely on these. This is more of like, hey, I want this, not necessarily because I need it, right? So this is more of a want than a need, because you're really not going to get many of these. So just in the back of your mind, keep that there. And then of course, friendship tickets, I would get the summoning tokens right away. This is the one that I recommend the most and highly agree with that. From the rest of the area, you guys can of course get the Dragon Slayer later on. That's monthly at $9.40, which again is going to be very, very late. Now the Feline Frenzy just came out as well too, guys. The cute paw section, obviously you have a couple options here. I would really, really recommend saving for the Golden Horn again because of the limitations we have and the Legacy Dragon Crystals. But you guys can see here, this can be exchanged on day 3 after server launch, which is very, very soon. So for now, if you want, you can buy yourself some free summoning tickets. The more you summon, the better, because then you'll get more dupes. But I'm going to pretty much hold off on artifacts for now, just to be safe on the artifact end, because again, there's a limited amount of these that you can get. All right, so guys, that is how I would recommend focusing on these items specifically. Get yourself up, use that code, get yourself some free things, guys. And also remember to like, subscribe, put the notifications on. More Dragon Traveler content coming your way. Remember to also download from the sponsored link to support your boy. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.